Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual and we're on the Mermaid, or Merfolk. But I'm doing a mermaid. And I will label the video as Merfolk and probably in parentheses put Mermaid. So I got super excited to have one that I thought would definitely be a better choice to be female. Because I had these super derpy Electras I've been wanting to get rid of. I have lots of these. I went to grab one and accidentally grabbed two. They're not even the same sculpts. They're just different versions of derpy Electras that are in a similar pose. But I thought they're not the same sculpts. They're not the same size. Somebody did this twice. I don't know why. But then I was like, oh, look, I have the official DC Mermaid hero click. That'd be an easy convert. And then I was like, no, but that's not how we do things here. So I grabbed this is Nebula from the Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe. And this is Storm, Aurora Monroe, classic. And then I have this one, I think her name is Shard or something. And as I was looking at them, I think that my top choice was to go with Storm, Aurora Monroe, because she is so special and classic and exactly what you want a classy miniature. This is the one. Now, I do have some Storms I've gotten that are not ideal, but let's not talk about them today. Let's talk about the ones that are ideal. This one is perfect for what we want to do here. So, first of all, we want to try to kind of mash these up in such a way that we can create a medium miniature with them. So, what's going to happen is, due to her width of her butt there, we're just going to snip off a little bit from her hips, which I hate to do, but it's going to have to happen. And let's look at it that way. It's a little big that way. So I'm going to cut this down a tiny bit more. And we can make that work. For a base, I am not going to use anything but water. You know what? I just had an idea. I don't know how good of an idea it is, but it's an idea. For her base, let's do something like this. Let's have her coming directly up out of the water. And I've not done anything like this before, but I think it'd be cool. And then we want the tail. And we'll snip that off. We'll have that coming directly up out of the water too. Kind of like that behind her. And then I have this dolphin here who's going to sacrifice his tail to the cause. And he's going to be that's going to be the tip of her tail. And all I'm going to do is drag that around so that glue's all connected everywhere. There we go, something like that. And then we're going to need that to dry a little bit so we can do some more work to that as we go on. Alright, so now let's get her on the base of this, whoops, I moved my tail accidentally. There we go. Let's get a dab of glue on this. And, oh, there's a fly on my ear. Get out of there, Mr. Fly. You're pissing me off, homie. Alright, so we're going to do this base as a water base. So let's get a piece of toothpick and some glue. We want to get around there so that we have a good bond. Okay. If you have some lumps like I had on top there, you can just break that up by using the tension of the baking soda underneath. And then we want to sturdy up this tail some, and so I'm going to do that too. And I'm just going to be real careful. I'm going to get a tiny dab of super glue, and I'm going to spread that around that tail and into those gaps and grooves. like that. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on by hand, just barely at all. And that'll strengthen that up. There we go. And let's get my minor burning hand spell and cast that real quick. Get rid of those little spider webs on the bottom. Okay, nice. We're getting somewhere quick with her. She's going to be a good looking mini, I hope. Okay, so I cut off too much of that part there. Where did that come from? I have lost a piece of it that I have removed. Alright. Oh, crap. Could I glue that on upside down, maybe? That doesn't go there. There must have been a piece I removed. I said I'm going to cut this off for whatever reason, then I snipped it off. So she's not as tall as I wanted her to be on the base. I didn't want her hair to be right up on her tail like that. So we're going to have to create some false part there to make that go back together. And I think we can do that stealing a piece of neck here, maybe. Maybe. I say that skeptically. So, no, I think that'll work, actually. Wow, who'd have thunk? Alright, cool. And I'm just going to get a little bit of glue and make that smooth and have it so it's not like a crease or a crack, you know. I'm going to clean that up. And then this is going to have some water texture to it. I don't really have a good plan for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a couple. And when those dry, I'm going to move those around a little bit when those cool. So her chest, her torso is going to have a kind of a little bit of an elevated thing so we can angle her hair away. We're better, but we're not perfect from where we want to be. I just used way too much glue there. And usually if you use that too much glue, you just let it cool and then pry it off and start again. But unfortunately, I have to get this video done in some kind of timed format. So we're going to just hold that for a minute and let it cool. Just like that. I'm going to get a little bit of glue on her butt there, just to sturdy that up while I work on it. Okay, so she's going to be good and sturdy when we're done. That's something I'm calling Plan A at this point. Then I'm going to get a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to texture her butt down into that tail, just like that. I'm going to do it on both sides. Just a tiny dab of glue. Need another glue stick. Just add a tiny dibby dab there and then smooth it out so it's nice and rounded. Something like that. Then I'm going to come back now that these are kind of dried up and cooled down. I'm just going to dig into those and smear that around to give it some interesting texture. Okay. I do not want anything on the outside edges, so I'm going to get to my minor burning hand spell and remove some of that. I'm just going to get it real hot and kind of burn it away. And then she's got some craziness here we need to clean up. Something like that. Alright, so we want her to be sturdy all around. So at this point, we're just going to get some glue. And we're going to do a very fine drag around. And this is going to help fill up a little of those gaps. And we want to just sprinkle this ever so slightly like that. And I feel like we need a little more over here. I still see a seam pretty strong. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to sprinkle it so lightly. And then there's another little spot right here I'm not real sure about. So we're just going to drag that there. Alright. So her hair is just off of her tail. It's not exactly how I wanted it, but it's going to work. I got a little bit of undried glue there. I'm not sure how that's going to service us. So let's get just a tiny bit of glue up around here. And I'm not going to add any baking soda. I'm just going to let that kind of run down her. Like that. And then I'm going to get the back of her tail a little better with some glue. I'm not adding any more baking soda. Alright. I'm going to put a little more glue on the surface down here, just to add some structure. Then I'm going to call that a win. Alright, that didn't take very long, but this is because of how much glue I left sitting without using baking soda. This is going to have to get some time in front of the fan. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. If you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, share this with somebody if you feel inclined to do so. I'd appreciate it. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Leave a comment. I like those. Go to the website. It's going to be in the description. There's going to be a link for that and for the Discord. Come join the Discord. And I really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch. And I'll see you next time when we do part 2 of the Mermaid. Thanks.